Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 14 of my 25 Days of Craftmas series. Today I'm showing you how to make this paper scroll sign for Christmas. I just love how it turned out. I also love that you can use the same concept to create sayings for all kinds of different holidays and occasions. Now let's go take a look at the supply list and get started. For this project, you'll need a Kraft paper roll that measures at least 15 inches wide. You'll need black adhesive vinyl, transfer tape, your weeding tool and scraper, a ruler, hot glue gun and glue, two 18-inch by 1/2 inch wooden dowels, rope for hanging the sign, some Christmas garland, and of course, your Cricut, a cutting mat, and the cut file. So grab your supplies and head over to your computer. The first thing we need to do is grab the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can get it for free on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make and share in my free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and they're free to everyone. Once you're on my site, just go to Free SVG Files and then Free SVG Library. You will need a password to get into the library, and there are instructions on the screen if you need to get one. For this project, we're going to be using the cut file called Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas BA2114. To find it, just use your browser search and enter 2114. Once you found the link, go ahead and click on it, and the file will be downloaded onto your computer. Now I'm going to show you how to set up and cut this design in Cricut Design Space. If you're not sure how to unzip and import designs into Cricut Design Space, be sure to check out my step-by-step tutorial. So this is what the design will look like when you first import it onto your Canvas screen. So now we need to resize it so that it will work with our project. To do that, I'm going to create a square that is roughly the same size as the area on my craft paper where I'm going to be putting the vinyl. So I'm going to go over to Shapes, and then I'm going to choose Square, and I'm going to put in the width of the craft paper, which is 15 inches, and then I'm going to click on Arrange and choose Send to Back. And then I'm also going to go down here and click on the minus sign just so I can see everything a little bit better. And now we can just drag on these arrows and resize the design. So the width of that is almost 11.5 inches, and I really like the way that looks. So once you're happy with the size, you can select that square and delete it. So now that everything is sized correctly, the last thing we need to do is select the design and right-click and choose Attach. And that's just going to lock all these letters and pieces into place so that our Cricut will cut the design in the same way that we see it on our screen. So now we can go up and click on the green Make It button, and then you'll be taken to this screen. And this is just going to show us what the design is going to look like on the cutting mat. If everything looks good, you can click on the green Continue button. Once Design Space finds your Cricut, you'll be taken to this screen. Make sure that your dial is set to vinyl, and then you can go load your mat. So you're going to place a piece of black vinyl on your cutting mat and smooth it down. Load it into your Cricut by pressing the up and down arrow button. When your Cricut is ready to cut, you'll see the C button light up. Press that and the machine will begin cutting. When everything has been cut, you can press the up and down arrow button again to unload your mat. Remove the vinyl from your cutting mat and trim off any unused portion of the vinyl. Then weed away the excess vinyl from around your design. Use a weeding tool to pull out the small pieces left inside of the letters. Cut a piece of transfer tape a little bit bigger than your design and place it sticky side up on your work surface. I was a little bit worried the transfer tape would be too sticky for the craft paper, so I rubbed an old t-shirt over the top of it to remove some of the tackiness. Then place your vinyl design on top of that and smooth it down. Rub over everything firmly with your scraper and then trim off the excess transfer tape and vinyl backing. Next, we're going to apply the vinyl to the craft paper. So you'll want to cut your craft paper to the desired length, and I cut mine to about 15 inches by 48 inches. You'll want to roll up the ends equally so just the middle portion of the craft paper is flat on your work surface. You'll probably need to use some heavy objects to keep the paper from rolling up completely. It's also helpful to put a ruler across the paper to help you center your vinyl. Grab the vinyl design and pull off the vinyl backing. Position the design in the center of the Kraft paper. Rub over the design with your scraper and then carefully pull off the transfer tape. Next, glue an 18-inch wooden dowel to the top and the bottom of the Kraft paper. It should hang over the edge of the paper by about 1.5 inches on each side. Roll up the paper so it's about 5 inches above your vinyl design and then glue it into place. Cut a long piece of rope and tie each end to the top of the dowel so you can hang your sign. To finish it off, drape some Christmas garland around the top of the sign and glue it in place. And that's all there is to it. This sign is finished. If you enjoyed this project and want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you'll get notified each time I post something new.